Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. No intro. I'm just going to get right into it. Now, this is a question I've been asked on social media quite a few times over the past couple of days about the running back market. When you have guys, Nick Chubb, Saquon, Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, just to name a few guys that have come out and spoken out about the running back market. Now, my opinion is you're going to have some running backs hold out. I believe Josh Jacobs is going to hold out, and Saquon Barkley, even though they are not technically eligible to get a long-term deal right about now because of the franchise tag rules. Those two players, I still believe they are going to hold out and not report to their respective training camps. And especially, I get it on the side of Saquon Barkley, as in, number one, the Giants paid Daniel Jones. Number two, Saquon Barkley, if you take him out of that offense, they are not a playoff team at all. And I don't think Daniel Jones gets any part of the contract that he got this offseason if Saquon Barkley is not in the fold. Because I believe Saquon Barkley was the New York Giants offense. And I've said this a couple of times on this channel, and I will say it again. I'm not a big believer in Daniel Jones as we stand right now. But we all know the quarterback market is what it is. But that's a different topic for a different day. We are talking about the running back market purely. Now, I'm not going to say I don't understand it from the side of the teams, as in, you can get a running back late rounds. Guys like David Montgomery was a late round running back. Derrick Henry was even a second round running back. Josh Jacobs, first round running back. Saquon were first round running backs. But Tony Pollard, late round running back. So even if Nick Chubb was a late round running back, you can get some running back production in the later rounds and you don't have to pay them. But when you come in terms of, as that player is being productive, is that player living up to expectations, or is that player really contributing towards your football team? And if the answer is yes, why not pay them? Every other position has been paid. Quarterbacks get paid, wide receivers get paid, corners get paid, tackles get paid, linebackers get paid. Everybody gets paid except the running back, because I personally believe that NFL franchises find them expendable. Oh, he wants money, we can go find production elsewhere. But running backs, and just like any other position, they are talented and they are unique for their position. Take Saquon Barkley, for instance. Take Saquon Barkley off of the New York Giants. What do you get? Nothing. Take Josh Jacobs last year. Even the Regulars struggled, but that team would have been a lot worse if they did not have a running game. Take Derrick Henry off to the Tennessee Titans. Where are they going to go? So we at the position right now, running backs, devalued in the market, but they are still very important to football teams. Take the San Francisco 49ers, for example. Elijah Mitchell, very solid running back, but he's dealing with injuries. They trade in for Christian McCaffrey during the mid-season. He helped elevate that offense. Even though they have weapons like Kittle, Ayuk, and Debo, Christian McCaffrey is the Swiss Army knife for that offense. And he really helped that team reach the NFC Championship game last season. So let's not go here and say that running backs don't have value. Running backs aren't important to a football team. You cannot say that. Even though the game has changed from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, where you had running backs like Walter Perry can carry the load. Barry Sanders was pretty much the Detroit Lions offense during his career. Emmitt Smith, Eric Dickerson were very special backs. But even though we do live in a different time, running backs, I believe, are still valued in a offense. Take my team, for example. Even though Justin Fields ran for 1,000 yards last year, you had David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert, who played very important parts to where the Bears had a streak to where they were rushing for 200 yards a game. Even though the Bears were not winning because of a lot of different other factors, you have to take into account that running backs play a very important part in an offense. And it's not like, oh, the running back, they're not going to be used as much. You use them in so many ways, whether it's pass blocking, whether it's receiving the football and running the football. They are used in so many different ways in your offense. So for them to not be compensated for their work, that's just like any other job that we have in the public view. Just say you're a teacher, for my sake. You win teacher awards. You win awards and let's just say the kids look up to you and you're not being compensated as such as a very good solid teacher that has a long tenure. Don't you think you're going to look for more money? Don't you think you're going to want more and want to get paid your value? That's just like any other person in this workforce. The teacher deserves to get paid more, just like the running backs, the value that they bring to an NFL offense. They deserve to get paid more. I do see it a little bit from the team's perspective, but you're not replacing a guy like a Saquon, Barkley, and the Giants. You're not going to find another one. Josh Jacobs, you're not going to find another one for the Raiders. A guy like a Nick Chubb, you're not going to find another one right away for the Browns. Derrick Henry, you're not going to find just a running back off the market and just plug him in and say, hey, come on, tote the rock. Do what Derrick Henry did. You're not going to do it. Just like every other position, you have those special players. You have those players that are ultimately extremely talented. And why aren't they being compensated like they should be? So I stand on the position as the running backs need to get their market value. And the guy, another one I could bring in I haven't really talked about is a guy like Austin Eckler. He outperformed a lot of wide receivers in just a receiving game for the running back alone. And then on top of that, you add what he was able to do for the Chargers offense at the running back position. So he is a multi-purpose back that is asked to do so much within your offense, but yet the Chargers did not compensate him like the back and give him the worth that he basically deserves for playing that part in the Chargers offense and helping them reach the playoffs. So at the end of the day, I personally believe running backs need to get paid. And I don't like this double franchise tag thing because most teams are going to use that to an advantage and not pay the running backs exactly what they're worth. Because the average market salary of a running back right now is only $10 million. Now, $10 million, that's a lot to a guy like me. But for the hits that the running back position takes and the roles that they're asked to play, they are worth more than just to be a $10 million running back. Even though some teams can get away with it, like the Chiefs, because they have Mahomes and that type of an offense, some teams run differently where you're going to have to run the football more in order for your team to be successful. So at the end of the day, I see both sides, but I'm more towards the sides where the running backs need to get their market value. And if they don't, this can affect future generations of football players down the line, as they are not going to want to play the running back position because they're not going to be valued and they're going to take so many hits but not get what they deserve. So this can have lasting effects as far as the running back position goes and as far as the next generation of football players coming along. So as basically all I've got to say. Make sure you guys leave the video a like, comment your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.